My parents hated my husband, but when I found him in the barn, I finally understood why. I always believed love could fix everything, even a broken family. When I married Henry, my parents didn't just disapprove, they disappeared from our lives. They didn't come to the wedding, didn't call, didn't even send a message. The same people who once liked him suddenly acted as if he didn't exist. At first, I thought it was pride, maybe a misunderstanding. But months of silence proved otherwise. Then, out of nowhere, my mother texted. "We're having a birthday dinner. You can come if you want." It wasn't warm, but it was something. I wanted to believe this was her way of opening the door again. I begged Henry to come with me. He didn't want to. "They hate me," he said. "Why should I go where I'm not welcome?" "Because they're still my family," I whispered. Eventually, he agreed. When we arrived, my stomach sank. This wasn't a small dinner. Cars lined the street, music poured from the house, and every relative I hadn't seen in years was there. I felt like an intruder in my own family's life. Inside, the air was thick with forced laughter and judgment. My mother greeted me with a hug, tight, polite, but icy. When she looked at Henry, her eyes hardened. Everyone else acted like we didn't exist. Dinner was awkward. Conversations hushed when we passed by. Henry tried to smile, to joke, but the atmosphere swallowed it. After a while, he whispered, "I'm going to step outside for a bit. I can't handle this." I nodded, thinking he just needed air. An hour passed. Then another. I began to worry. The crowd was loud, but I couldn't focus. I felt the pull inside me. Something was wrong. I excused myself and walked outside. His car was still near the barn. Strange. Then I heard it. Not words. Just movement, heavy breathing, sounds that made my stomach twist. Shadows shifted together inside the barn. My heart froze. I stepped closer. The barn door creaked. And then I saw them. The barn door stood before me, slightly ajar, a thin line of yellow light spilling into the dark night. My body froze, every muscle screaming to run, but a mix of dread and disbelief pushed me forward. Then I heard it. Not words, just movement, heavy breathing, the sound of bodies colliding, the kind of intensity that makes your stomach twist. Shadows pressed together, tangled in ways that left no doubt. The force between them was raw, overwhelming, almost tangible. My chest tightened. Nausea swept over me. My hands flew to my face to stifle a scream. My legs shook uncontrollably. I could barely stand. Every second dragged. Each movement of theirs burned into my mind, searing me with the reality of what I was witnessing. The barn air felt suffocating, thick with tension and heat. I wanted to look away. I wanted to run. I wanted to erase what I had seen, but I couldn't. Every heartbeat pounded like a hammer, echoing in my ears, as the undeniable truth crashed over me. Suddenly, he turned. Their eyes met mine for just a heartbeat, and in that instant, all illusions shattered. Shock, horror, betrayal, every emotion collided inside me like a storm. My vision blurred, my legs gave way, and I stumbled back into the gravel outside, gasping for air. The barn behind me seemed alive, pulsing with the echoes of what I had seen. Every shadow, every sound, every movement replayed itself in my mind. I wanted to scream, to collapse, to vanish, but all I could do was run. My heart stayed behind, broken, in that dimly lit barn. As I ran toward the car, the party spilled outside. My relatives saw me, their eyes wide. "What happened?" someone asked. I couldn't speak. And then my mother's voice cut through the night, calm, sharp, cruel. "Don't look at her like that. He finally found someone better." The words struck me like a bullet. My sister stood behind her, trembling, and my mother, she smiled. Like this was her plan all along. I finally understood. It wasn't just Henry they hated. They wanted to destroy us. I drove away that night, shaking, crying, my hands gripping the wheel like my life depended on it. Henry called dozens of times. My sister sent messages I didn't open. My mother posted pictures online as if nothing had happened. It's been a year. I moved to another city, started therapy, and began to breathe again. But sometimes, late at night, I still hear that sentence echoing in my mind. He finally found someone better. But she was wrong. He didn't find someone better. He lost the only person who ever truly loved him. And she, my mother, lost her daughter forever.